Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. I'm going to do an intro because Anthony loves these so much.
No!
Hey,
Radio DJ
that's
Dane.
Levi on my right.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Gates, and on my left is Anthony.
I'm not going to say anything. Just keep going.
Fisher, and that's his name. Got you anyway.
No!
See, we have fun with this. Anyway, this is the Rag Company Podcast, the main show, number 49, as you probably see there. And we've had a lot going on today.
It's been a busy day in the store, which is crazy.
Which, you know, I mean, we have people come and go, but not like this, generally.
Yeah. When it's I want to say when it's bad, but it's a good thing, people in the store. So when it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean, really good. We had a ton of people in here. But this is episode 49, starting at 50. Just a reminder,
yes,
we are transitioning all of our video podcast from the current Rag Company YouTube channel to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel.
It is a YouTube channel called the Rag Company Podcast.
If you haven't subscribed to it already, you should get on there and subscribe to it.
I saw about 6 people have subscribed so far.
I'm
so
one of those.
clearly,
So me and
there
5
are
other
some
people.
of you out there who need to actually
I
get
haven't
on that.
subscribed.
And
so
if you're listening to this and you don't normally watch the videos, give it a shot. Just go subscribe to the YouTube
it's a good way
channel.
to, some people find that they can play
engage,
it at work.
With the facial expressions.
And you know what? And there's going to be some people out there, right, who are like, well, I'm not going to subscribe. I'll just search for the Rag Company Podcast when I want to catch up each week. Don't do that because we need to build that credibility. So please subscribe to that channel.
All you got to do is click on it. And even if you don't want notifications whenever we update, you don't have to put that. It gives you the option right after you subscribe. Do you want notifications?
So you know.
Yeah, YouTube, they're not going to send you something for every single one unless you click that bell.
Well, I'm just saying, guys,
to find out, you click the bell.
Levi isn't going to be able to pursue his Pepsi sponsorship with a
we got to get that Pepsi sponsorship.
6-subscriber YouTube channel.
It's the right one, baby.
Because we've got one with 6, and then we've got one with 16,000. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy there.
Yeah, there's a kind of a big gap. Let's fill that gap with some of you listening now. Jump over there, subscribe.
Yep.
If you want to be able to jump back and forth between apps, this is a great time to talk about YouTube Premium, which allows you to close your screen and jump to different apps while listening to.
Did you sign up for that?
I am a sponsored advocate of YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. But I did I signed up accidentally because it was like, do you want to try this out for $9.99 for like the first 2 months? And I was like, I'll try it out, right? And it's been a couple months, and I forgot. So I'm pretty sure I'm paying, $120 a year now.
That's how they get you
for YouTube Premium.
You sign up for something and then you forget all about it. And
but
it just keeps...
I will say though, you would think that it's like not that big of a deal, but when you're able to close out of YouTube, still have the audio rolling and be like, well, time to check my Instagram or time to jump on Facebook.
That makes a big difference.
It's amazing. It's like it's the smallest little thing, which I think YouTube is really just screwing with people by not offering that for free.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for it.
They easily could, but hey, if you can make money off something,
but I'm
and
sitting
you're a big
here
corporation,
saying
you might just do that.
It's borderline worth it, and I like not having to watch any YouTube ads as well, which is kind of nice as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just saying.
No.
For the people listening.
It's
so
valid. And that's the thing is I think, this is going down the rabbit hole, but basically just to lay it out there, people who get, money from ads when they run them before like their videos on YouTube and stuff, if you're doing like YouTube Red or Premium, I think those people still get a cut of it anyway if you're watching your video. It's just either comes from the subscription fee
from the subscription.
or from the ads. So don't feel like you're hurting, your people you're following if you do that because it's actually okay.
Yeah. So make the switch.
Sign up for the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, comment below.
Okay.
There's no videos on it yet, but there will be soon.
Just hold tight next week.
Because we have a lot to talk about today in terms of kind of things that happened over the weekend, videos we released, and all other stuff.
This is our last week because Monday, where are we at, boys? We're
here.
Podcasting from the road.
Oh, are we? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Next Monday, we are driving.
We're doing another roadcast.
We were
roadcasting.
We're roadcasting it, which I think is actually going to be pretty fun because I think if we all somehow manage to maybe bring some lapel mics and we can do it, we can do that. I have a whole little batch of them we can bring.
Oh, it's nice of you to have a batch of lapels.
And that's what the least I could do. But maybe if you guys want to leave a comment saying, "Hey, you guys are driving to Seattle." Tell us what what do you give us some ideas on what to talk about. What do you want us to discuss? Maybe do you want us to discuss everything we're doing that week or everything else going forward? Or do you want us to talk about what goes on in our heads on the road?
It's what happens. I mean, we literally just play the game, riding in cars looking at license plates. Well, it could be just some boring stream of consciousness.
You get to hear Dane screaming in the back while I'm driving and Jeff's asleep.
No, and you get to hear Dane say, "Oh, my stomach's not feeling well."
And inevitably, there's a commenter who goes, "How come Levi's the only one driving?"
Yeah.
And Dane has 2 giant Slim Jims and 6 energy drinks. I'm like, yeah, you don't feel good? That makes sense.
This won't end well.
You drank a lot of battery acid.
So our road trips are fueled by Red Bulls, energy drinks, Slim Jims, Swedish Fish,
and lack of sleep.
And you like your little cupcakes that you get. You always seem to get those.
Yeah,
little cupcakes.
I get cupcakes and things, and I like sweets and a lot of Diet Pepsi.
This is a detailing podcast, guys.
It's a lot of
It
Diet
is,
Pepsi.
but this is what gets us.
But I detail and drink Diet Pepsi. That's my thing. This is
what motivates us to get to these detailing events, because I'm as much as you guys know, I like the whole diet thing and I like eating healthy. When I'm on the road, anything goes. The second I'm in a car, bring it on, because
it's like that hall pass.
It's living in the moment, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be on the road being eating broccoli. I'm not going to ruin your guys' day by having to smell that. I want to say, hey, I got a whole bag of high chews from Costco, and we're throwing down. And that did happen, actually. We ate the whole day.
Yeah, you had the whole bag
for
Vegas.
Gnarly.
That was nice to have. Just a bag of high chews.
It was huge. It was like an industrial-sized bag of high chews that we finished off.
It wasn't when we got home.
So we have that going on next week, but let's talk about our current weekends. Levi, what did you do?
Yep. Well, did a little more work on the truck this weekend.
Okay.
Hey. Turning it into a race truck.
Ooh. So detail work, because we did an Instagram live where
I didn't do anything on it other than I polished that fender. I wet sanded the passenger side front fender.
People were blown away.
They loved how shiny and amazing that thing looked. That was the only thing I did.
You used 3000 grit, right? And then TLC. Mm-hmm. I think you did a wool pad, then a foam pad.
Wool pad, the new Rupes wool.
I actually really like that pad.
I do too.
Because it has everything I like about a microfiber pad, but the fibers do not get anywhere near as clogged as a microfiber. It was able to blow out and clean easier.
Yeah, it was pretty wicked. And then and then we just foamed it with an orange HDO, and some TLC, and it shined right up, threw some Bead Maker on it. And it looked really good. In fact,
it looked so good it made the rest of the car look bad.
Yeah, well, I showed my wife and she was like, "Can the rest of the truck look like that?" And I was like,
"No,
unfortunately not.
Not really."
You're with a little bit of money.
Yeah,
we can make. This
let me think about that. So I may be wet sanding the spray paint. Try and get some of those runs out and overspin the fish eyes and all that.
Feel free to practice on my Miata in the parking lot before you do that.
Yeah. Dane, all your paint's gone.
Yeah. We went a little too deep. Anthony busted out the 400 grit and just started going to town.
I'm just trying to look like a DeLorean now. So.
Yeah, it's just bare metal. But I took the truck to La Schwab. Mm-hmm. Had the front end aligned, had the whole thing aligned.
Good.
And then the ball joints were bad in the front, so replaced the ball joints, and then put a fresh set of Mastercrafts 225/60 R16s.
High performance
tires.
Mastercraft
Everybody
tires.
loves a fresh set.
I need to be able to keep up with you when we take the cars out into the canyons.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to have enough,
the grip.
the slip and grip.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely. I understand.
Yeah. And that 225/60 is a good size.
Yeah, so you have the comfort of the 60 series sidewall, but then
the
you also have
of the
wide.
width. It's a nice
width.
Wide tire.
Yeah.
But
you have the same size tires that I have on my Miata.
I know, isn't that
Mine
great?
are 15, but they're 225.
Another high performance machine.
It's a high performance machine. It's a Canyon Carver.
Ventus RS3s, so they're
those are actually
mine's
Sit out of here.
It is
Dane.
a ZQ8 Sport package. So it's got upgraded sway
you
bars.
put tires on there. What else did you throw down?
That was it.
That was it. Sunday. What did you end up doing?
Sunday we Saturday we just kind of Carly went on a hike with her sister.
Yeah.
So I had the kids all day. So my mother-in-law came over and helped watch the kids, and I knocked out a hallway in our house and got it all painted.
Nice.
Tried to surprise my wife, right? I wasn't going to tell her. And I picked everything up and put everything back and made it all nice. So when she came home, and we weren't home, I took the kids to get snow cones or whatever, and I thought, she's going to be so surprised. It's going to be great. And then when I walked in, she's like, "Hey, thanks for painting the walls." And I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome. Did you know? How'd you notice?
Did you see how much work I put into that?"
She goes, "Yes, thank you. It was awesome, but my mom already told me." And I was like, "What?" And she pulled out the text from like when I was painting the walls from her mom.
Ruined it.
Saying, Levi's got a surprise for you when you get home. It's so cool. I'll just tell you, he's painting the walls.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
Well, that's cool.
I was like, son of a... And so my wife was laughing about that. She thought that was pretty hilarious that her mom totally ruined it. Yeah. And then Sunday was Carly and I's 13th anniversary, wedding anniversary.
Woo, congratulations.
Yeah,
13
so our lucky
years.
13.
Lucky 13.
Well done, sir.
So just did church and then came home. I made waffles that morning with everybody, with the kids. So we made waffles and then went to church, came home. We made like a goulash thing. I tried to make dinner and breakfast and do all that stuff so my wife didn't have to. And then I let her sleep for like an hour, let her take a nap.
Very nice.
And then I took the kids upstairs and watched a movie, and she took a nap. And the whole key is that my kids, whenever she shuts the door, they take that as an invitation to disturb her and bother her, and like
the whole point
so
is
like my wife's like, I shut the door for a reason, and they're like, they'll bang on it.
That's
if you
how
lock
it works,
they're like, hey mom, hey,
why is this door locked?
Yeah, they're like, why is the door locked? And then she'll be like, because I'm trying to sleep, and they're like, so on PJ Masks, Owlette does, like, it's literally useless information that they have to offer. Like, it's not I'm hungry or I pooped my pants or the dog threw up on the carpet. Like,
Levi, they're trying to connect.
No, they could talk about that at any time. They'll keep their mouth shut for like 3 hours, and the moment you shut the door, they've got like 50 things to say. So basically I told them, hey, we're going to go watch a movie upstairs. And I looked at Carly, I was like, you can close the door and take a nap if you want. And she was like, awesome. Because she doesn't get to nap on the weekends when I'm home. Like, that's one of her favorite things she wants to be able to do. Because during the week she doesn't get to.
You're
so
just
she's
a bouncer
like,
at the club, making
basically,
sure that
yeah. So I was played bouncer. Yeah. So, but it was good. So that was our little weekend. Not too bad. Pretty easy. I found out I have sprinklers, Anthony.
You said that last week.
Yeah, so I actually got them to work.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's
new have you thought about
turning valves? I had to shut one valve, close one valve, open another valve, and then made sure, went through. I've got one sprinkler head that's bad.
Oh, hey, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, turned everything else on.
Out of like 16,
yeah,
right?
It was awesome. And all it is looks like it got run over. It's in the middle of my yard, like right at the edge, and it's turned to the side. Like so half of it still sprays. But the other side's like just sprays into the grass.
Wow.
So you know what? Hey, I need to dig it out and just try and lift it up a little bit. That'll be good.
Heck yeah. Nice,
yeah, but you got me thinking about upgraded sprinkler heads now.
Yeah, think about it. I'm saving up because it's $4 a head for these ones that I want. I'm like, and they aren't going to pay for themselves. So you know what? Start doing some side gigs. But
what you guys do?
Well, I as usual had to work on Saturday, so I was actually here. But you know what? It was actually
it's almost like he likes working.
I was
Saturdays.
assigned to work on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So that's when John's not here. My
Yesterday you did it. Last
me
week it was
running the show.
Good of your own heart.
Right. Yeah. That's because I'm working on. I'm working on the Super Speeders Rob Wash Wednesday, so that'll be a fun one.
Gonna be a good
one.
But
this Saturday you were downstairs dealing with customers, making sure people went and took their lunches.
I was shocked at the number of people who came into the store. We had close to 10 customers come in on Saturday, and I was, every time I get up here, Rebecca would come up, I'm sorry, Dane, but we have another person down there who needs your help. It's like, yep, I'll go do the thing. And it was good. I realize some places 10 might not seem like a lot, but for here.
Oh, yeah, we normally get 1, maybe 2 a day.
A very, very, very small percentage of our business happens in our store. Yeah. Almost all of it is online and elsewhere. So,
but Saturdays, people have the day off.
Saturdays
nice.
Saturdays are for the boys.
It's when you're running like post office hours like we are, where you close at like 5 and people are going, I can't do that on a weekday. So coming down on a Saturday, we give them that option during the nicer months when it's detailing season, and they take advantage. So that's great. I think it's great. But so I used that time, the little time I had on my computer while I was there, to actually edit a little bit more, making good headway. Good job, Anthony. It's looking good so far.
What did I do?
You detailed the car.
Oh, hey, thank you.
But, so
blacked
I won't
out
give
for that,
too much away. You basically just kind of
had way too much fun.
But, so that went on, and let's see, what else? Well, yesterday, Sunday, I just went out for a drive. I just felt like going for a drive. Obviously, I've been driving my Volvo to work a lot, but I'm really protective of it now that we're in the process of making sure that
you didn't want to mess it up.
the coating and stuff. So I don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll go for a drive in the Miata, because you know what? It's one thing to have a car with power and then have a car with no guts, but at the same time, it's really agile, so it's fun. So I just went out, hit some twisties, went for a ride for a very long drive. I probably was out driving for close to 5-6 hours.
Where'd you go?
All over, man.
Did
just
you
like all around the valley.
Everywhere, man.
And, I was out on some farm roads.
Was it just you by yourself, or did you take Liz with the dog? Or?
Treat it like a motorcycle ride. Liz was happy doing her thing, so she was like, "Oh, have fun." So I went out and drove, and it was a long drive. So I treat it like the way you go for your motorcycle rides. Miata is my motorcycle, so I just drive wherever there's twisties or long straights. I can see how fast the thing can go. With 100 horsepower, it's interesting to see how long it takes.
It sounds more docile than a motorcycle. Where I'm like, well, I could break some serious speed limits here, or I can cruise.
I allegedly almost broke into triple digits, but
wow. My goodness!
you're like it was about 20 seconds in, and I'm about to pass.
But let's be real, it's a naturally aspirated 1.6 liter Miata. It's not gonna.
You know what? Don't beat yourself up.
But you know what threw me? This was crazy. I saw a sign that said construction work, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll slow down or whatever. But this is like out in the boonies. This is way out in the farm fields and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, I don't see any cones. I don't see any construction equipment. There's nothing there. It's just a sign that says road work. I'm looking around. And then there's another sign that says bump. And I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anything. And then off in the distance, there's a tree. And I'm like, that's literally the only thing out here for miles. So I kind of pick up speed again, thinking it's fine. And all of a sudden, right when I get to about where that tree is, there's a gap in the road. It's about this wide. So a little more than a foot.
They've like cut out the pavement.
And it's basically just like a strip of bacon cut out of the pavement. And you're left with like, no kidding, like a 3 to 4 inch dip. And my car is low. It's really low. So I hit that at speed. And I thought for sure I was going to break something. But no, that little car's just so reliable.
Teeth fell out.
I can't. Yeah, well, I thought my phone was on a magnetic mount. It fell off my dashboard and all the other stuff just like fell down. But actually, it freaked me out thinking I was going to, bust something. It ended up being fine. The joints underneath are fine. I checked all the stuff out afterwards. Car drove just fine. Alignment may be a little off, who knows, but
that just makes it more fun.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Sketchy fun.
Yeah, and that's what that car is. It feels faster than it is because you have no roof and it's a little twitchy.
Yeah, nice.
It's
I
fun.
like that.
So yeah.
Well, I guess I can segue into what I did over the weekend.
Yeah, come on.
Somebody might want to know. So still got a year for that. So Saturday morning I woke up. So a company, as you guys know, I have my Grom, right? I have the company that makes my exhaust on the Grom. They're called Zoom Exhausts. They actually sent me a new exhaust, a surprise exhaust, right? They saw like all the people that followed me on Instagram and things like that, and saw that the
what he's really saying is he has a YouTube channel called
famous.
All Day Anthony,
and
that's where you can check out his
famous person. Doing this, guys. This is super embarrassing. Please stop doing that.
You can also check out my YouTube channel, Levi Gates.
Levi Gates.
You can also like Master of Shine on Facebook, Levi Gates.
All Day Anthony, the reason that they're sending him an exhaust is because he actually puts out stuff that people want to watch.
He's an actual
I am an ass.
Motorcycle vlogger.
Don't watch me.
You are the Grom vlogger.
I wanted to talk about this without bringing this up.
There are detailers.
There's no way you're going to
Let me put it this way, folks. There are detailers who have purchased Groms because of your video.
Yes.
Yeah, I know of one. That's about it. I know of one guy. I don't know.
Can you believe it, guys? Anthony being
I don't know if I can take responsibility for that. So, anyways,
so they sent you a new exhaust.
They sent me a new exhaust,
That's
right?
Cool.
Which I was really surprised to come home to, and they sent me like a shirt and things like that, which is pretty cool. So I spent like Saturday for 6 hours. Let's just say that Katie, my fiance, pissed that I was out there for 6 hours installing this exhaust on this Grom because
you didn't plan for it.
Well, it was supposed to be one of those like quick hour and a half thing in the morning while she's still sleeping. That's what I thought, but it turned out that there was a lot of finagling that I didn't realize with this exhaust, like brackets and things like that you have to mount and you have to adjust ever so slightly. So I ended up doing that forever, cleaning it up, me being a little OCD. Then I'm like, might as well change the oil on the bike because the exhaust's off. So I changed the oil, reset the ECU.
It's the whole while you're in there.
Yeah, I'm like, I got stuck in this loop. And so I ended up doing that for half the day. Exhaust is really cool. I really like the way it looks. Did that, and then following that night, pretty much just went out, grabbed some dinner, grabbed some food with Katie, went, just hung out. And then Sunday was actually pretty fun. So halfway, about midday, me and my friend Andy, he invited me to come hit golf balls at his driving range, because he just moved in this really nice new neighborhood out here in Eagle, Idaho. It's like over the top, like $1 million houses type of thing. And he's like, "There's a driving range, come hang out." And I was like, "All right, cool." So funniest thing ever, I'm like, well, I want to ride my Grom, right? I got this new exhaust on this bad boy. Time to go test this thing out. So I only have 2 golf clubs to my name, right? I have like a 3 wood and like a 1. So I just like threw them in my backpack, right? Just super janky looking, zipped it up. I'm riding the Grom down the street, and he texts me, says, "Hey, can you stop and get a couple drinks?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So there was no gas station, so I had to walk into a Fred Meyer. So I'm walking in there with my motorcycle helmet in one hand, my backpack with golf clubs sticking out,
making everybody nervous, thinking you're gonna like.
I look like a nice guy. I'm wearing nice clothes, but I walk over to like the aisle where the adult beverages are, and I have like 2 40s in my hand. And so this guy with his wife is walking past us, and he looks at me and he's like, "What is happening right now?" and I'm sitting here with these golf clubs in a bag and like these 2 giant beers, and he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "So I can understand this could look a little weird." And he's like, "So you're some type of motorcycle golfer that drinks?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess." I'm like, "So I'm just a guy living in the moment, man." And so he thought it was the funniest thing ever. So I ended up driving out, and we ended up hitting some balls over at the driving range, which is fun because you guys know I'm a big advocate of shooting at Top-Golf, and I wish we had a Top-Golf here more than anything.
Be here soon.
So I hope, I really do hope that comes. But we shot golf balls, and after that, went back to his house, and he a couple weeks ago picked up a golf cart, right, for $800.
I too picked up a golf cart. So it's a little 2000 GMC Sonoma.
The best part about this golf cart, right? 2-stroke easy go motor in it, right? The whole golf cart was
the kind you have to mix oil and gas with.
Yep, it's exactly what it is.
Hence 2-stroke.
And the whole paint scheme of this golf cart, right, was German. Right, so it was literally painted like the German flag, and has a bunch of like German plush dolls hanging from this. Dude, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, "Andy, are you gonna paint this thing?" He's like, "Well, they did such a good job with the upholstery, with the red and the or yellow. I think is what it is.
It would just clash."
And he's like, "They did such a good job. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with it." I'm like, "Well, you look like a German just driving around the neighborhood, and you're
really
Asian,
proud German,
and so and he's Asian." So we just start cruising around this neighborhood. Little did we know that the engine on that is not what I would consider in good shape. So we're smoking out this whole neighborhood, right? 2-stroke smoke blowing out the back.
It's probably loud as
hell, it's loud. It sounds really horrible. I think a tire was flat, but it was just a really good time. So we did that, ending the night. Came home, and then this morning I woke up to some guys showed up my front door who are laying concrete at the side of my house. So I have a for some people who are familiar with alley load homes, it's when you have the face of the house in the front and you have the alley in the back, right? Now the distance from one house to the next is all but
it's very shallow.
20 feet, maybe less than that, 30 feet, or more than that, I'm not sure. But it's really shallow. So
it's a planned community.
So, a subdivision, right, a planned community. It's not like a nice farm home by any means. But these side yards are just, it kind of puts you in a crappy situation because the sun only shines on those side yards, depending on where you're at, for like an hour or 2 during the day. So, unfortunately, because of the way the houses are shaped, they kind of, these side yards dip in. So if you're watering or if you have any sprinklers like that, it just creates a marsh back there. So the whole side yard of my house was just a marsh, and on top of that I have dogs that go to the bathroom out there and trample and run. It's just got bad. In the last year, it went from being beautiful sod to being the ugliest side yard I've ever seen, and it just haunted us. So we finally said, we're going to concrete 3/4 of this thing, and then we're going to lay down some fake grass for the dogs in one little area, and we're going to build out a patio, right? Because you can't do a whole lot with that kind of side yard anyways.
Sure.
So we're like, we'll go get some patio furniture, we'll go get some of those cool. We have like an idea to where we're going to grab like an old like an old oil bin, or however you want to say it, concrete that in, but get a big post, get one of those big 4x4 posts, and then string lights across the whole side yard, so we can make it look pretty cool. Make
it look like a hipster pub.
Make it look, like a hipster place. I don't know, Dane. This is just what the girl wants.
A place where people who shop on Etsy would like to go.
Well, if you would like to shop on Etsy at my new side yard, you're more than welcome. You can tell Liz to come over and hang out. Bring your dog.
I'm secretly so judgy.
It's going to be lit, literally.
Not so secretly.
That was my weekend.
That sounds nice.
So now some of the people are probably wondering, there's an elephant in the room, and that elephant
this green
happens.
Thing on the pack there?
This right here, folks, is
it's a new towel. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
This right here came from this month's Glove Box. This is the car wash towel. So if you guys aren't familiar with Glove Box is a subscription-based company that basically provide you with premium car care products.
Yeah, it
once
gives you
a
an
month.
option to be able to try
before
certain
you buy
things, because you get little 2-ounce orders of just about it. Just 5 different products every month.
Just about everything.
Stuff.
That way you don't get like a humongous bottle of something that you end up going, I didn't like that as much, and then it just sits.
Yeah. They have a lot of cool companies on board with them. They have Adams Polishes. They have Auto Fiber. They have us. I think they're using Jack's Wax products. So they have a really cool lineup of, and plenty more other than that. That they send out little sample products, so you can say, what do I want to try out this month? Like this month, they sent out Adam's Garden Gloss, which is something really cool to try out. They sent out one of those cool little tire hugger things that were the little detail guard. And it's always something new. So it's a really cool company. They're really awesome. I like the whole drive and the people behind the company itself, and that's why we work with them, because like with everything else we do, we work with people we like. So this month the towel happened to be the car wash towel in green. Previous months have had the Eagle Edgeless, the Minx Royale, applicator sponges, all sorts of cool things. I think even the Smitten glass mitten was in one, which was pretty cool as well. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check out the Glove Box. I believe it's gloveboxdetail.com, and you get discounts every month if you subscribe to their little package, or you can buy the packages outright if you just want to say, hey, I don't want to subscribe, but I want to try out one of these boxes.
Yeah.
So
and that's where it differs
from
some other services.
Yeah,
there's a few out there, but this one's really cool. They're very professional.
Yeah, so. I will openly say that we do work with a couple different subscription companies, but I really like that Glove Box is we're very vocal with each other. We talk a lot. They're really cool guys over there. So that's what's going on. What else do we got going on today?
This is it. Really, we're doing the podcast this week. We've got to get ready. We've got a meeting tomorrow.
It's not like you said we're going to get Rennie.
No, we're going to get ready.
We're going to get Rennie
Doyle.
Doyle
over there.
I probably actually have a phone call with Rennie after this.
Yeah.
But we're going to be working on trying to get just stuff ready because I don't know why I keep saying ready.
Stop saying it, because I'm just like, get ready. Okay, we're going to go get ready.
No, we've got to. So Monday morning we're leaving for Seattle for the Air Force One project. So we've got to get all our gear ready to go. We've got to get stuff packed, because also tomorrow I have to ship everything over to the UK for Waxstock, and so we'll be like, it's just going to be crazy. So Monday morning we're going to be leaving, headed to Seattle. We'll get to Seattle. We'll go to we're gonna go to the Air Force, to the Museum of Flight, do all that on Monday evening, all day Tuesday and Wednesday morning. We'll be filming, hanging out with everybody. Excited to see everybody again. That's a good group of people.
Oh yeah.
And then Wednesday, Jeff and I, you guys are taking us to the airport, and Jeff and I are flying nonstop to Heathrow. And then when we get to Heathrow, we'll land in the morning on Thursday, and then Jeff and I are going to be headed south to Chichester, and we're going down there because those of you that know, this week right now is Goodwood Festival of Speed in Chichester.
I want to go so bad.
And Jeff and I are showing up a couple days late afterwards when it's all closed.
You might get like the afterglow of the event.
I hope so. Oh,
it may still smell like exhaust fumes,
so we're going to
race
spend
gas.
a couple days down, and a day, like we'll spend all Thursday and part of Friday in Chichester with John Delu of Forensic Detailing.
John, what up?
Yeah, so, Johnny boy.
That'll be fun. We'll probably do a video with him. And
Jeez,
then, excuse me, man.
What's going on there?
Almost. And then I'll try and do a podcast with him and your dad, and the three of us will probably just do it at dinner. And then Friday we're going to head back north to Coventry. So
I like the name of Coventry. I live in Coventry.
So we're going up to Coventry, and then we'll meet up with Patrick and Yvonne will be there.
Nice.
And Ed, the guys from Rag Company Europe. And the four of us, we're going to be hanging out.
Yeah.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll all be together.
Be partying. Biscuits and tea, right? Is that what they do over there on that side?
And there are any technical difficulties, blame Levi. He's got to film this whole thing by himself.
Yeah. And then Saturday is set up at Waxstock. And then Sunday is Waxstock itself.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing Waxstock. We'll have our booth there. Rag Company Europe is going to be there.
That's a one-day event, right?
It's a one-day event.
Okay.
But we are setting up the booth as the Rag Company in general. So TRC Europe is the one that's kind of helping us with it. But we're there to help all our distributors. So we've got Rag Company Europe, which will handle all of Europe. We've got John Hull of Clean and Shiny UK handles the UK. He's our primary distributor for that. And then we have Ragmaster UK below that. And so our goal is just going to be there as the mothership. We are coming as the Rag Company to foster and promote the brand. We'll glad hand, kiss babies, shake hands, all that good stuff. So if you guys are going to be at Waxstock and you're listening to this, please come say hi. Tell us you're a fan of the podcast.
Guys, you get to meet Levi.
You're going to meet me, and Yvonne will be there standing right next to me in the OptiCoat booth.
You can't miss him.
So it'll be super exciting to have me and Yvonne there. I've reached out to Jim White. He has said previously that he would love to come hang out with us in the booth for a little bit. So I'd love to have some time there. We can hang out. I have sent him a confirmation, but I haven't heard back yet. And then we'll probably go. I'm just excited to go check out all the different booths and see everything. And it's going to be a fun trip. And then so show's over Sunday, and then Monday, Jeff and I will probably spend the night in the hotel. Monday, we'll still be in Coventry. We're going to try and hook up with John Hull, Clean and Shiny, do the same thing, kind of just hang out, talk, maybe get a podcast out of it with him. And then we need to make our way south back to Heathrow because we fly out very early Tuesday morning. Yeah. Like, need to be at the airport by like 6 a.m. kind of thing. So we need to be in a hotel near the airport so that we can at least get some sleep, wake up at 3 in the morning and head over to the airport. And that way we're good to go. But then we literally fly back that day, Tuesday. Yeah. So we'll fly all day. It'll be good. But I'm excited. And it's nonstop. Boise to Seattle, or Seattle to Heathrow. And then our flight back is nonstop, Heathrow to Seattle. Meanwhile, and then Jeff and I have to get we still have to pick our flight. I don't think he's done that. I think I need to talk to your dad about that.
So you said Heathrow to Seattle?
Heathrow to Seattle nonstop.
So wait, are they flying across the U.S.?
Yes. Across the Atlantic and across the U.S.
Yeah.
Jeez, how long is that flight? What is that?
I don't know. I'm going to be asleep.
It's longer to go over the Pacific and go over China. And
Russia
and
absolutely,
all those
I agree.
So
and it's also a little more dangerous, right? I don't know.
Either way, I'm excited. We're flying Virgin Atlantic the whole way, so that'll be good.
Very nice.
Flying over the States would probably be a brisk, right? Just getting to a higher.
It's probably 4 hours over the country.
If you're
booking
it,
if you're flying it.
Yeah.
And you're on a big bus, right? You guys are on a big
on a big jet.
You can three seats, in the middle. Aisles, whatever it is.
So it's like a 3-3 or a 2-3-2 is what it's called. So there's 2 and then a 3 in the aisle too.
Bless you.
So
thank you.
Be a good time. So Jeff and I are going to be flying that, and then it's going to be a long flight. And then you guys are going to be
that. So we're going to kind of part
you
ways.
Have dropped me off at the airport, and what is your plan?
Well, and then Anthony and I are going to drive back, so we'll just, take my dad's car, joyride it.
Red Bull and Red Bull and what was
Slim
I saying?
Jims.
Slim Jims, yeah,
that
jerky sticks.
Poor Rexcalade.
Yeah.
It's gonna stink like farts.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. So basically take that back from the Museum of Flight, get all that in. We'll get lots of video while we're there. You guys will fly away, and we'll drive back from Seattle back to Boise, which takes about 8 hours, 9 hours if you're following the speed limit, but if you're not, you can get there in like 7.
Yeah.
But so you get back, and then we have like a day that we're here, and then the following day we head up to Sun Valley.
Yeah.
And why would we do that?
So we're going to Sun Valley for the Sun Valley Road Rally. This is something we went to last year. If you guys watched any of our previous videos, we had a couple really cool ones. Where a lot of exotic cars, and
I hear there's going to be a lot more this year.
Yeah. So basically, what it is, it's a gathering for it's a whole
this
country.
Year Bugattis are supposed to be there.
It's a countrywide gathering to where basically Sun Valley, Idaho. If you guys have never heard of Sun Valley, Idaho, it's a ski resort town. It's really popular among a lot of movie stars and things like that because it's always been a great getaway. They have a really
Bruce
nice,
Willis, Arnold, those guys.
Yeah, very nice resort there. It's very high class. They have outdoor ice skating in the summertime. They have a bunch of just really crazy cool things.
It's a ski town.
It's a ski town. So basically what they do is they have a road that they block off to where it's about a mile long, I believe is what it is.
I forget what the road's name is, but it's fairly straight.
It's fairly straight, and what they do is they gather supercars or fast muscle cars, whatever it is, and you pay a fee. I believe it's $1,000 a run to go as fast as you want to down this road, top out your car, see how fast you can get it up to, and then basically back it off.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is and get ready to go again. So it's a lot of high-end exotics, a lot of really just, very classy people, really nice people, though. Last year we saw Ford GTs. We saw the new Z06s.
And not just any Ford GTs. There were Heritage Editions
run by
the Ford family themselves.
Driven by the Ford family themselves, which is crazy.
Cool. Well, and then there was that twin-turbo black one
which was just, I think it was vicious.
Thing was awesome.
Yeah. So there was a ton of cool cars. We believe Drake from Lupo. He's one of our friends over at Lupo Motors. You've seen us do stuff with him before. Last year he brought him a McLaren. I think he got up to 189, 190 is what he did.
I think it was like 193 or something.
It was something pretty fast. And so this year, now with the Bugattis coming out, I believe they're bringing out either the Chiron or the Veyron. I can't remember which one it was.
As far as I understand, they'll probably have a Chiron or two.
And we're going to see a car hit over 200 miles an hour.
The Bugattis were big for years.
That's the main reason people came out.
That was the main reason, because you'd see... It's the first time you get to see like 15 Bugattis hanging out in one spot.
In Idaho.
Well,
and I have a strong suspicion there might be some Koenigsegg's too.
Yeah.
Because
so they were
the past few years, you've seen a lot more of those turning up in the States.
Yeah. If I saw a Koenigsegg, I don't know what I'd do.
I'd
say hold me back.
Any of those.
Hold me back.
But it'll be cool. It'll be fun for you guys to go see. It was cool. Last year we had a lot of fun there.
Hot. It was a hot day.
Very hot
really
day.
hot. You're just sitting on the asphalt baking. But it's, if you're with the crowds who are watching, you're actually often kind of like a field with nice tents and everything. It's much more comfortable over there. But if you're like we were, where we went to the starting line, it's pretty hot.
I'll say
you guys don't get those hats with the umbrellas on?
I'll give you guys a quick little story, and I'm gonna chop this down to as short as possible. But essentially, we got invited to go out there because we did sponsor the drivers' packages, and we did include some
like
microfiber towels
basically, that all the drivers got
for the drivers. And so the deal is we can go out there and we can film and we can go out to the starting line and have all this access, and everybody was completely okay with that and down. So me and Dane show up with all of our camera equipment, and basically, if I would have not overheard a conversation between one of the coordinators and another bus driver saying, hey, we're going to shuttle some more people over to the starting line, when do you want to do that? And the guy was like, let's do that now. If I wouldn't have heard that, we wouldn't have gotten the footage we have gotten, basically. Yeah. We would have been stuck in the end line rather than the cool starting line. Yeah. So me and Dane, I grabbed Dane, I said, grab all of your crap, pack it up.
Basically,
we're jumping on a bus right now.
Don't ask, tell, just go.
Just go. We jumped on a bus. They dropped us off at the starting line.
Turns out that was the only one, too.
And that was the only bus of the entire day. If we wouldn't have made that one, we wouldn't have been out there. Yeah. So hopefully we get that same privilege again.
Things will be a little more
this year this time around. You've asked for starting line privilege.
Yeah.
And then also we brought our drone. We were going to bring the drone, too.
Yeah.
And Tim, who's listening on the other end here, he's going to be out there too.
He's going to be out there flying that thing.
Tim, our wonderful new addition, will get to come with us out there, and he'll be the third man because Levi's busy off doing other things.
Tim's in for a treat, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Sun Valley is only about a little over 2 hours away from us.
2.5.
2.5 hours. It's actually a pretty nice drive. I was actually thinking, like, do I take my motorcycle out or do I drive? So I don't know. But we have that going on, and then we are home for a while, right? Or for a week.
I was going to tell people. I was going to tell people real quick for anybody wanting to get an idea of it. We have videos from last year that you can check out.
Go watch them because they are genuinely good. Like they are really. Dane did a killer job on these videos.
Launch videos of all the cars at the starting line.
Yeah. We have one video that's just like pure sound if you just want to hear the cars because there was like a Murcielago that sounded incredible. It sounded
wicked. It was
just insane.
It was like brutal sounding. I don't even know how to describe it.
But then I also have one that's more of it's a fun
EDM dub over everything.
Yeah, there's a little EDM thrown on it, more colorful transitions. Like there's two versions that you can enjoy. So
definitely check that out because we're going to be home for a week after that, and then we are on the road again.
Yeah. Back in Denver.
At
Rupes for the OG event.
Cess Garage hosting an event there at Rupes. We've talked about this before, and I'm sure you guys have heard about it, but basically it's a sold-out event where Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage, is hosting this event for people that are in the OG community that want to come out, learn about the Rupes machines, hang out, talk to other OG members, learn detailing tips and tricks from the pros, Jason Rose, Dylan Von Kleist, play with our towels as well. We're going to be out there with some towels. It'll be overall just a fun weekend of detailing.
Well, we're going to be filming the event.
So. Yeah, we're going to be filming. Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, you guys are filming it all for Matt's channel. So
we're going to be giving Matt our footage.
I'm going to stay at the Omni Interlaken again with that insane breakfast.
I love that hotel.
Me
such
too.
A cool hotel.
We love that hotel. like we're always excited to go back. I'm like, I hate flying to Denver because it's windy.
We tricked Jeff into buying us breakfast at the Omni.
What should we? We
trick him into buying us breakfast at the Omni.
Say, hey,
did you hear that Rupes put out a thing that they won't allow their employees to buy breakfast on their company cards at the Omni anymore?
Oh, really? Well, because it's high end. I mean, do you remember?
So I did the buffet one year, and it was like $25, and I was
20,
like,
I think it's 25, 26. Yeah.
And I was like, well, it comes with whatever. It's a hotel. I'm like, I paid for it myself, but then I didn't eat $20 worth of food, right? Yeah. And I was like, man, that didn't fit like the way I wanted it to.
And that's the move.
So I was like, well, and then the next time, Anthony and I are there. And I'm like,
we invited you, Dane. I don't know what you were doing.
He was asleep still.
I'd rather sleep, honestly.
So I was like,
people could just go without.
So I thought, well, let's just order
like a plate of normal food
because it's kind of expensive. And Anthony's like, all right, that sounds good. So we both ordered
the plate,
delicious plates of food
with a coffee.
I got a Diet Pepsi.
Yeah,
and you got coffee.
Yeah,
and it was still $25 a plate because the food was like the food was like $17 a plate, and the drink was like $5.
I think it was even more than that. I think it was like $8 or something. It was
ridiculous, and we were like, "What the? We should have just bought. We
should have bought the all you can eat.
Yeah,
and so
because it would have come with a drink, your choice of drink. Like
they know what they're doing.
It was it was so sneaky.
We learned
so sneaky. I was like. And I told Dylan that. I was like, he's like, oh yeah, no, we're not allowed to eat there anymore. Like the employees are, if you stay in the Omni for work, anybody like any of the guys like fly in for a work meeting, they say that like get breakfast at like McDonald's or something else. Do not eat at
for you Omni. OGers listening, just something to take in consideration.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's awesome.
Because it's if you think about it, you're there for 3 days. That's $75 for breakfast.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Some people don't care.
It's delicious. It is amazingly
good. For some
of
us, that's something we have to take into consideration. Yeah. But for other folks, it's like, whatever.
No, I mean, it is good. It's worth the money. It's just really expensive when you're like, this is breakfast. Like, I have a hard enough time spending $25 for meals, for dinner and lunch. But for breakfast, man, that's cheap. It should be like $10.
So we're going to be filming that whole event. That'll be really fun, and all the OG guys will get a chance to like play with the different tools, get real classroom
training
with Jason, all that good stuff, and that'll be a good time. That'll be fun. And
you get to have that barbecue again.
Wayne's.
Yeah. I think I know a thing or two about that. And by a thing or two, I mean like 6 ounces of Wayne's barbecue.
No, you had more than 6 ounces. You had 3.5 pounds.
Oh my god!
What does that come out to? I mean,
1 pound is 16 ounces.
Okay, so it was 48 pounds.
All I know is
48 ounces. Sorry,
you were getting steep in the budget there on.
It was about $1 an ounce. Is about
the way
what it
I
cost.
see it is pulled pork is empty calories.
It was actually more like $1.50 an
brisket.
Ounce. Is what it worked out to.
But man, it was good.
It was really good.
But man, it was.
Dane and I each had half of a pound.
Oh.
All right. Well, we mentioned OG and all that stuff, but that brings to mind a video we kicked out today that's just been
just
going
blowing up.
Gangbusters online.
What video was that, Dane? Explain.
It was the one where Matt.
It's a Dane Explains.
Yeah, Dane Explains. Maybe we'll restart that series sometime. See what happens. Maybe we won't. Yeah. So Matt Mormon, he was obviously here. We had him on the podcast.
Yep.
A few other things. As you'll see, there will be more videos coming out from his time here, and he's been releasing some stuff on his channel as well.
Yeah.
But one thing you may not see until he has like a full-fledged thing for himself. He told us it was fine to release it because I saw this video and I was like, oh. We gotta do this, because basically you're like, hey Matt, have you ever tried Bead Maker? And he's like, what? And you're going, okay, we gotta go show you this stuff. Yep. So there's no planning, there's no preparation. It was literally, we got our junkyard hoods down in the studio, and I just ran and grabbed a camera and followed you. You got the bottle, went down, and this is how the video goes. Because somebody's like, "Oh, this is all staged," and what? It's like, no, this is literally as it happens, stream of consciousness. It's why you ended up saying things like "slipperier" and stuff like that, or
that is a word.
Or mitigating instead of migration.
I meant to say migrate. Sorry,
but because this is not a planned thing, this is just in the moment. Like, let's see what happens. Yeah. Just grab the camera, and I really wanted to see Matt's expression, because if you know Matt, he's a tough to impress guy. And if
he's got high standards.
Yeah, high standards, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's good. But at the same time, if you can get somebody like that to crack and admit they like something, that's like the greatest victory when you can do that. So
I agree.
Being able to get that, especially capturing it on camera, was really fun, and apparently a lot of others agree.
Nice.
And now they all want to buy Bead Maker because, hey, you know what? Even if you're on the fence about it, you're like, do I really need that stuff? You don't need it, but at the same time, when you see what it costs, it's kind of hard not to.
It's inexpensive and it's good.
Yeah.
And what I like is there's nothing else like it on the planet.
No,
there's not.
Like,
really.
there's a lot of people that were writing, going like, how does it compare to this or that or this?
Lots of waxes and sealants.
In reality, it doesn't compare to any of those because there's nothing like it on the market.
It's just a little bit different from what
it's literally. It's a
sprayable.
It's a sprayable sealant, similar in the sense that like a sprayable wax or a reload spray or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a sprayable, but it's not an SiO2 sprayable.
No.
It doesn't have wax, but it has UV protection, and it has a hardening agent in it, which allows it to cure.
And that's kind of a unique quality.
It creates a shell over the surface, which is a weird way to describe it, but that's what it feels like, is that it creates a shell on top of the car. And not like a gooey weird, like it's hard and it is slippery.
It feels very, in application, it's not like it turns into goo. It's not like a coating where you have to smear it around in some cases. It's more watery than that.
Yeah, you wipe it on, you wipe it off.
But once it goes on, it just transforms whatever you put it on.
Yeah. It's really
It doesn't
wild.
matter if you already have a wax there, if you already have a sealant there, a coating. It doesn't matter.
Your paint can be so contaminated that it doesn't even matter the second you throw it on there.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm not
literally put it on my pickup. All I did was wash the truck with some Pearl, and I did it in a normal soap and bucket, and washed the truck, rinsed it off, and then dried it off, and then just put Bead Maker over the top of it. I've got tree sap. It's spray paint.
Oh, yeah.
The truck is covered in spray paint. Like, I just put Bead Maker over the whole truck. We can go outside right now. I did it last week. It is slick. Yeah. That whole truck is slick.
No, you could fool somebody who's like, oh, did you decontaminate my car? And you're like, yes. And you put it on there, and then they look and go, holy cow, well, that's really slick. It's like,
it's just,
no.
It's very...
there's still a ton
We're not saying don't go and tell people you decontaminate.
I don't encourage anybody to do that, but I'm saying it's just that.
It just feels like the paint surface is very slippery and clean.
If you're going to do like that cop slide across the hood, that's the product.
Star ski.
You would if you're going to star ski it, dude, you're going to literally fly into a wall because you're going to get, you're going to pick up some speed off that.
Speed. Yeah,
so But no, it's really in that the big thing too. We've had a lot of questions and comments on the post since we've made it. People saying, well, how long does it feel slick for? How long does it last? What's the durability of this? And we try to tell people, as far as the durability goes, it depends on the application process. Mm-hmm. If you do decontaminate, if you do an IPA wipe down beforehand, obviously it's going to last longer, right? It's going to migrate deeper into the clear coat and be able to seal and bond. If the paint's contaminated, yeah, you're probably still going to get a couple weeks out of it, but nowhere near the amount you would get if you were to do all the prep beforehand. The one thing I'd say though is, I have it on my Honda Civic. I've been using it with every wash on there. My car hasn't been washed for 2.5 weeks. Again, it happens every time I pop the trunk to go grab something out of the back, right? Yep. And my hand flies off the trunk. Dirty car flies off. I'm like, what? It's the Bead Maker. It's so
car's slick.
It's so slick. I'm like, how is this happening? Because it's covered in dirt. It's covered in water from the sprinklers and from rain, but yet it's still so slick that it just doesn't make sense.
It's really mind-boggling on how it does that. Like you're saying, it takes every 2 weeks or so is now my washing regime with my vehicles because of Bead Maker. Because of how slick it is, stuff doesn't stick to it.
Yeah. It's weird. You almost don't see the dirt. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you can tell the car's dirty.
The car's dirty, but you see right through it, and you see like the gloss beyond the dirt.
But
and
it's like seeing dust on top of a mirror.
Yeah, it's very strange. But so I wash now every 2 weeks. The longest I've gone without washing my car and still being able to feel the slickness is about 3 weeks.
And I've seen several comments from people who've used it, who in their own experience already, they're looking going, in my experience, I'm getting about 3 months out of it, and I was going, wow, okay, that's pretty substantial for something like that. But at the same time, the way I look at it...
You can't say that for everybody.
No, and that's what I'm getting at is basically, unlike some of these other products where you get them because you want a sealant that's just going to last a really long time, if you don't plan on washing very frequently, maybe you want to go that route. But I think the real appeal of this is you can use it as like a drying aid anytime you're washing the car. And the longevity isn't so much of a concern then because you're applying it each time. And it's so inexpensive. It's almost, it's something you don't even have to think about.
But somebody did leave a comment on our YouTube video saying that they should have listened to Anthony and bought the gallon.
Yep.
So again, I'm going to remind you, you're going to buy the 16 ounce, right? 'Cause you're going to say, oh, I'll try it. I'll see if it's good. And then you're going to come back a week later and say, okay, well, I got to buy the gallon now. So you could save yourself some time and just buy the gallon because it's $30 for the gallon or around that price. And what you can do, I know some people are weird and they want the label, they want the bottle to where they can refill it and say, well, I have the bottle. I get that. Just buy the gallon and the 16 ounces at the same time then, because you're going to come back for it.
You're going to use it.
And I'm trying to save you on shipping and the $5 liquid fee that will be on some orders. So
And that's something to take in consideration too. Even though there is a fee for liquid chemical products, we have that because our whole shipping system is based on towels. So we have to account when there's something different. So and it's a one-time fee. So it's not like it gets tacked on every single liquid product you add. Yeah. It's just a one-time thing if you add a liquid product to your order. So
I think that's just for the extra insurance too that we have to pay for because of liquid.
There is an extra cost associated with it for us when we're sending that stuff out. So that's a nice thing, though, is it's only once. So you can get multiple liquid products. If you're planning on doing it, I always suggest people get them together.
Buy 3 gallons of Bead Maker.
In the same order. So that way you just have the fee once, and that's all you got to worry about.
Yeah. Well, and like you say, once you get that gallon in that small bottle, you're just going to fill it back up into that little bottle, and you'll be good to go.
Totally.
That's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used it on my countertops the other day because I have granite countertops at my house. Not saying that to brag. It's not something I'm proud of.
I have granite too.
Well, because I look at the granite and I say, well, that's the cost of a grom right there.
Yeah.
And I would much rather have a grom instead of
grommet or granite. You decide.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dane, please no. So, but I grabbed Bead Maker. I don't know if that's something you should be using on a countertop.
Probably shouldn't be preparing food directly on that.
I don't prepare. I'm not the guy that cuts things on my countertops. I know you can. I just don't. I feel weird about that. So, but I did use that on there. And Katie hates it when I use detailing products.
So does my wife.
No, she hates it. She's like, that stuff's not meant to be sprayed inside. We're not meant to inhale that. And I'm like, you're probably right. But this is the only way I'm going to enjoy anyway, cleaning the inside of the house. So I did a couple of sprays, wiped it down. Dude, it was slick. Like I was grabbing my water bottle, and I'm like, how far can I slide this thing across before it slows down? Oh, so just saying, something you can try. I don't recommend it. Don't get sick if you do use it.
But one product you can use in the house is Terminator.
Yes.
Hey.
Great for carpet stains and all that good stuff.
And if you have a doggy or if you have a cat, you need to clean up some pet stains or some smells.
If you already use something like Folex or something like that, I mean, this is definitely something you can use in lieu of that.
Yep.
But no, it'll really, really work. And once again, it's not that pricey.
No.
Yeah. I'm excited. I know a lot of you guys are listening saying you guys have really been on this PNS kick lately, and listen, we're just excited that more people are getting these products in their hands, and we're excited that they're being able to try them and use them. We still love Optimum products. O&R is still the foundation of everything I use. I'm always going to use O&R, and I'm going to preach it. But it's something different that I feel like a lot of people haven't experienced, and the rest of the Optimum line is fantastic. I still use OptiSeal, right? People say, well, why would I use this over OptiSeal, a Bead Maker over OptiSeal, or why would I use either or? I still use these things.
You don't have to choose.
I have to. I almost have to purposely find a reason to use some of these because we'll have so many detailing products built up around our house where I just say, well, it's not the fact that I'm going to use one or the other. It's just I want to use them all, and I don't want them just to sit on a shelf. Because I remember Matt Mormon, not even 6 months ago, he posted on his page saying, hey, I got bins and bins of detailing product that I'm never going to use.
Right.
I need to get rid of it because it's just going to sit here and go bad because he found what he liked to use.
Yeah.
Right? Where, I mean, I understand that. But for me, I'm just like, use it all. I'm not going to, pinpoint something. I'm just going to say use everything.
Well, and I have my staples. I have a little caddy that I keep everything in.
Yeah.
And O&R, OptiBond. I have the Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect.
Yeah.
I have OptiClean.
Yeah.
And I have interior, the protectant, leather protectant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Terminator and Bead Maker and Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I use those all. Those are my wash regimen because I use O&R for everything. I wash, I clean, I do windows. I use it. It's my little shampooer that I have. Like I use it for a lot of stuff. It works really well.
Yeah.
And then Pearl I have in case I want to make a soap wash, or I can even mix it up rinseless if I want.
Pearl, because I have some back at the house, and when I washed Katie's car the other day, I ended up actually using Pearl as a clay bar lube.
Yeah.
I ended up using that with water, right? I just mixed it into a little spray bottle, right? Because you can do that because it's not a thick gel-like substance.
Right.
It's a watery, more liquidy feel. So I just grabbed some, and she had a bird dropping on there, which left an etching behind. I'm like, I want to try to see if I can get some of that off with clay. And there was another couple areas where she had tree sap. I just sprayed the Pearl on there. It was diluted. I don't know. I mean, I did a couple tablespoons to a 32-ounce sprayer, and dude, it was slick. Like, it was slick. And I really liked it. I really liked using that. So we'll find things, new uses for things, but we still have our staples. I love Power Clean at 5 to 1, 10 to 1. I love that. Always have a thing of O&R at 256 to 1. My multi just has O&R in it constantly. And then other than that, I've been playing around a lot with the new dressing from PNS that we got, which is the tire. It's a tire dressing.
It's called
Shine All. And not the most exciting name, but it's a good product. It's a water-based dressing, and I really like that.
So you can use it on tires, and you can also use it on interior panels and things like that for folks that want a traditional dressing. We realized we don't have one in the lineup, so we added this. But again, a water-based product.
If you like Meguiar's,
it's not going to brown your tires.
If you like Meguiar's number 40, you're going to like Shine All. It's very, very similar product. But been playing around with that a lot lately. But yeah, I still always have my staples, and then I always I always smile when I use the Optimum spray wax when I smell that pina colada smell. So I'll find reasons to use that. I'll use it on Katie's car. I'll use that on my bikes or something. But so I think Dane's a big.
So basically, I just look at it as it's not a zero-sum game, guys. You can enjoy things, and it doesn't mean just because you're enjoying this that everything else has to go by the wayside. Or
Well, I think people think that we're always...
That's not how it works.
We're always trying to find new things, and we always want to try to use the latest and greatest and be knowledgeable in that area. But, I mean... We're not saying, that's the end-all, be-all.
No, but you got to look at it. Like, we have companies that want to send us stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And want us to try, or maybe they want to do business with us. And we love meeting new companies. We love wanting to do business with others. We like this whole camaraderie of the industry that we've come to find. But we need to look at it from a business standpoint of, if we sell this product, can we sell it? Yeah. 2, can we make money at it? And 3, is it pirating sales from something else in our current lineup? Right. So we like what we've got with the Double Black collection because it fits in nicely and it doesn't pirate sales from the current Optimum lineup.
Yeah. It might look similar on the surface with some products, but really they're different enough. They justify their place in the lineup.
And we have people that say, why don't you sell this? Why don't you sell this? Why don't you sell this?
It's always going to be the what if.
Well, that's fine. We can do that, but we already have a product that'll address that situation, and I don't feel like selling 3 different types of car wash soaps or 5 different types of car wash soap or 6 or 7.
If they're not distinguishable from each other, it's not worth doing.
And the reason we have 2 is that Optimum car wash soap is a killer soap.
Yeah.
And Pearl is a very unique soap.
Because it can be used
because it's not thick like Optimum car soap.
It's more water.
It's very watery, and it can be used in a rinseless form, which is a really neat feature.
Yeah.
So if you're not really sure about going full O&R, hey, we can get you into Pearl. Mm-hmm. You can still do your soap and bucket water wash, but if you want, you can try rinseless and still not feel like you wasted money on a product or anything. So we try and always look at that, and we go a lot deeper into our products as to why we're carrying them, why we sell them. And so when we say, we test stuff for a year before we bring it on, we do test stuff a lot for a long time.
A lot of thought.
There are some things that we know are no-brainers. KXK Dynamics Rid Sticks. It's no-brainer. They're inexpensive. They're easy. They're packageable. We can sell those. That's easy. But chemicals and products, we have to watch out because we have to know, 1, can we pack them? Can we ship them? I know many of you have had bottles explode and break in shipping. That's something we don't want. No. So we need to make sure the bottles are set a certain way and tightened. And so we have to check. Also, if you get weird shaped bottles, they're not going to fit in the boxes. Hey, guess what, guys? Like Dane said, we are a towel company. Yeah. Our shipping model is based around towels. So they have to fit in a box that's going to go in there with towels. So if you've got a weird shaped bottle...
So whatever we do, it always comes back to the towels. If it's going to affect the way the towels are shipped or anything like that, it's a long, hard, thought-out process.
Well, and it gets
usually
expensive.
Nothing wins over the towels because the towels are key.
Yeah. Well, and you look at it, and we do $49.99 shipping, right? Or $40. What is it?
It's $49.
$49 free shipping. You're over that?
Yeah.
We could do free ship. We pick up the shipping bill. But we still have to pick up the shipping bill.
Yes.
So we need to make sure that packages can be packed accordingly so that we can maximize the amount of product we send you and that it can make it there. And we are not saddled. Let's say you spend $50 on products. Hey, we're not spending $150 to ship that box to you.
You do that enough times, you defeat the point of even running a business at all.
We have to make it work. And so we have to find our own ways to be able to fit it in certain boxes. And that's just business, period.
Yeah.
I know many of us that online shop expect free shipping nowadays or expect at a certain price point you pay for shipping. I don't know how many of you have ever gotten on a website and you go to buy something and you go to pay for it and you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is a store in California and they're charging me $30 to ship a t-shirt.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't make sense. I'm only spending $30. So, and it's because they obviously don't ship a lot or they don't have their shipping model figured out as to how to ship products. And so that's why we do what we do.
We do what we do to give you the best possible deal we can give you.
Yeah,
plain
basically.
and simple.
And
if you don't like the shipping cost,
sorry. And we're always on the market looking for other and newer and better and neater things that we can bring to you guys. But we have to manage that growth. We don't want to be like Auto Geek. We don't want to have 10 different lines or 15 different lines of products. We're picking the ones
that do that already.
We're picking the ones that we like and the ones that work the best. And That's why they're there. We also try to only choose people who don't go through a blend house, or don't have a huge line of products that is all from the same.
Try and find a place where they have their own chemists. They make their own stuff.
We want them to have a chemist on in the company, in the employment, or is the owner.
Yeah, because we like being educated on these things.
Yeah,
we
want to be able
talk
to know
those people.
Yeah, and so it's hard when there's some of these other companies that use blend houses. So we call this guy who makes products for 20 different companies.
And it could be a great product. It's just
doesn't mean it's a bad product.
Nothing particularly unique about it compared to the other 10 versions under 10 different names, 10 different places.
Yeah, it's like we could all drive Chevy Suburbans, but Dane likes to have a Miata.
And you like to have a GMC.
And I have a little GMC Sonoma.
That's what it was.
So, and you have your Evo. So there's unique versions, or we could all just drive Suburbans.
Well,
but they're all different colors.
You would have a Suburban. I'd have an Escalade. It's all really the same thing with different faces.
There you go. That's the way to do it. Yeah. We don't want that brand engineering or whatever, where badge engineering. So that's not what we're doing. So we want to make sure our products are unique, and this is why we carry them.
Yep.
Very cool. I think it's a great way to end today's podcast.
Yeah. Boom. No, very nice. So once again, as a reminder before we go subscribe to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. There's only a handful of you on there right now. But let's get over 6 subscribers on the
Come on, we have like 16,000 on the current channel. And if all of you go over and subscribe also, that would be awesome.
I'm not going to hold my breath, but at the same time, I know there's going to be a few. So we just want to throw it in there and have you guys go over. It's really not hard. Just type in the Rag Company Podcast into YouTube. You will find this on our regular channel, but look for the channel called the Rag Company Podcast. So at any rate, got that there. When episode 50 comes out next week, that should be the first new episode on the channel. So then you'll start seeing them appear.
Please
at any rate. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for chatting, and we will catch you in the next one.
We're going back to work. We got stuff to do.
Yeah, we got to go.
Bye, guys. See ya.